Hello, coach. Welcome to the pre-match press conference of the game between Hyderabad FC and FC Goa. We've got a few questions from the media. We'll begin with the first question, which is from Telangana Today's Mr. Shivakrishna. With FC Goa finding it difficult in the race to the top four, do you think it's a good time for Hyderabad FC to play against them and consolidate their top spot?
I think that every game is very, very difficult, and against FC Goa will be the same. It's true that after the yesterday's score, when Jamshedpur won Mumbai, now mathematically they can arrive because they have to play Mumbai with Kerala between them. Then it's impossible, even if they get the 9 points, they can't arrive to the top four. But of course, they will want to finish, if it's possible, 7-7, 6, or in the best position as possible. It's normal. Then will be a very difficult game, like all the games between Goa and Hyderabad. No, all the games are very, very equal.
Coach, you mentioned that it will be a difficult game tomorrow. So, given their recent performances in the game, what is the threats that you expect from them?
No, the first thing that I have to say about this is that for me, FC Goa is the more damaged team in the ISL. When they had positive cases, ISL didn't allow them to cancel the games. In that moment, they allow ATK and Kerala in the same situation to cancel 2 games. They had the problem that the first coach left the team suddenly. Very difficult problems, because I agree with Edu Bedia that he said, I don't know when, maybe 1 week ago, 10 days ago, he said that Goa for me is one of the, if not the strongest, one of the strongest team in the championship, but a lot of different things finally they couldn't surpass this kind of problems, and this is the reason that they are in this situation. But if you look the squad of FC Goa, is one of the best squad in ISL, without doubt.
So the next question is from Mr. Shekhar from Namaste Telangana and also Mr. Shivakrishna from Telangana Today. What are the concerns that you see in your squad heading into the crucial final stages of the league?
It's very difficult to say we need 4, 5, 6, 7 points. Then we have to be focused in Goa, because every day, you don't know, there are a lot of games, even head to head, between, there are 5, 6 teams, 6. Bengaluru still is in the fight, of course. There are 6 teams and 4 places, and there are teams with more games and other teams with less games. I told you, no, the real is not real the table. We are still in top after I don't know how many days. But of course, if you don't play every time, the opponents are closer. No, then the only thing that we can say to the players is step by step, focus in FC Goa, and when we finish the game, even if we win, draw or lose, we will be focusing in the next game.
Coach, the next question is from Mr. Kumar Singh from the Sports News. So Hyderabad FC are having the best season in terms of the numbers, as the team is getting closer to making it to the playoffs. How important is tomorrow's match against FC Goa, with the likes of Jamshedpur, Kerala and ATKMB right alongside HFC in the top 4 of the table, like you mentioned?
Now it's 4 games. Every game is very important for all the teams. Every game is very important. Then for us, more than for Goa, obviously, is very important, the game. But if we win tomorrow, we are not still qualified. And if we lose tomorrow, we are not out of the fight for the top 4. But of course, that we are thinking that we have to win this game, and let's see. We are preparing the game, and let's see if finally we can beat Goa and to add 3 points more. That of course that would be very important, no? Because 32 points, then for sure that we would look the things in another way.
Of course, the next question is from Mr. Wasim Zaidi from the Khel Now and Mr. Moinak Banerjee from Chase Your Sports. So this is regarding the new signing Casa Kamara. So how does HFC's new signing Casa Kamara fit into your plans, and what contribution do you expect him to bring in these next games?
No, when Edu Garcia left the team, we had this possibility. The Hyderabad offered me this option, and in another situation, I think that we would finish only with 5 foreigners. But in this moment, we have Juanan and Joao with 3 yellow cards, and we had the possibility to sign Casa Camara, that is a player who knows perfectly ISL, and I think is only 4 games, and we hope that playoff 2, but at least 4 games he can contribute in the team. Let's see if he will play tomorrow, if he will be in the bench, or he will be in the starters or out of the list because he had to do the quarantine. But let's see. But of course, we know him, and is a very good player in ISL and for us, of course.
Of course, the last question is from Mr. Ritam Basu from Sportskeeda. So FC Goa coach Derek Pereira has admitted that his side was weakened considerably by the COVID outbreak. So given that, will you go all out in this match to consolidate your top spot? Your last 3 games are against potential semi-finalists.
Yes, but I repeat, for me, FC Goa, finally, there are a lot of circumstances, a lot of things that don't allow them to be in the fight for the top 4. I told all these reasons, no, some minutes ago. Then, for me, sometimes that when you play against teams that they are only fighting to improve the position but not for the top 4, they can play with more calm, and sometimes the quality, for sure, they have a lot of quality. Then we don't know, even in all the season, games that you think that is not the case, that maybe they are easy games and finally you didn't get to win, and the opposite. For example, of course, every game we are optimistic. But in the last game, for example, Bengaluru arrived after 9 games unbeaten against us, and we lost the former game against ATK Mohun Bagan. But for example, our first half the other day was very, very good, and I think that every game is different. And now I think that we have to be focused in 90, 95 or 100 minutes. I don't know how many minutes we'll have the game, but focus in to beat FC Goa.
Coach, those are all the questions. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.